All technology must be consigned to the past. Take it to the pit.
Yeah, that's a ruin, all right. I have a really bad feeling about this place.
I took care of the elves that were hunting you.
You took them on? On your own? Then we are fortunate the elves made the mistake of trying to kill you. Who would have thought that we would fight shoulder to shoulder as defectors? Perhaps...
You should talk to someone else. I can't help you.
Oh, fuck. I suppose I'll have to do it.
so?
Happy. I've got the most important job in Golia. Hey, maybe even on Magalan. Protecting the seedlings, that... Not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana delivery from Caldrim, we can start cultivating world hearts. Proper world hearts are rare. But maybe, just maybe one...
Are you...
Yeah. So, yeah. Caldrim is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do with them and... Well, how are we gonna learn like that? You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they tried things. They experimented.
Is there...
Yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could breed them so that the mutants wouldn't eat them. But we're not allowed to try, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If mana does that to a plant, imagine what it could do to a person. If we don't try, we won't progress.
What?
He's a good boss. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance to, well, do some experiments sometimes. Just try a few things to see if I can help the seedlings.
And is...
Just the mutant, the low success rate in growing world, the occasional bit of grief from the boss, but nothing too bad. You know.
Why are world hearts?
I don't know. I mean, berserkers have been studying them since before I was born. I think they found one out in the wild. I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. Then they realized this thing was making everything else grow. They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since then, but it's hard. Even since they learned to...
It sounds like you
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world hearts.
How do you...
And that's just the seedlings. There've not been many experiments on people since some narrow-minded warlord banned them. I think we should at least talk about if feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen if we got the dose right with people? Any experiment, it's going to take someone to show the way, to blaze.
It takes courage to...
Well, I was thinking about the Elex, the normal Elex that the Albs are after. That makes them stronger. That's why they're so... So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's been purified by the plants, so it should be all right. And if it makes us stronger, like the Albs, then we'd stand more of a chance. We could take them on. So I extracted the juice from a seedling and...
Don't your laws...
Yeah, I suppose, but don't you see? If we can get this to work, you can see that. I've got to wait to try again, but I'm telling you, one more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else. Something that can fight the...
One more dose.
One more mature seedling, and I could solve this quest. I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? So, you will get more juice. I promise. I should go now. I have to... These
guys have magic, and what do they do with it? Stand in the water gardening. What a waste. find a trader. They'll talk to you.
Heed the laws. That's all.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
Of our house. There's nothing for you here. Nothing. You're dead meat.
There's nothing for you, so why don't you just leave? What are you doing?
Who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed round the world, Hart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah. Normally the only people to come out here. Which are you? That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Hart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us Maybe that's what born meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with...
What is a cult?
Well, we're farmers. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are
changing.
Yeah, say that next time you eat stew or need a healing plant. Anyone can stick a sword in someone, but farming, growing, cultivating, bringing life? I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't? Beer, women, and fights were all the... Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
Tell me.
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
So, you were here?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't...
How well do you know him?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him. People talked about him. But I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior.
Do you...
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night. No one seems to be asking about it. And from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one... I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
Do you care?
Of course.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part... It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he...
You're out here with a sword.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
How safe?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough. That is, if the animals didn't get me first. Or I don't eat the wrong thing and get... Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to
Yeah. Can you tell him about the World Heart? That it's okay? But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath.
What do you mean the Albs don't register?
They don't come here. They bypass. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating Elex, and they sort of want all the Elex, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that.
I will ask.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce, but gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special, just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything to be...
What they said you supply?
At some point, when they remember. Trust me, you going and asking will be faster than us waiting for them to remember. Our stomachs have better memories than they have. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me? It would save you a trip to Gully.
I've brought...
You have? Oh, I'm salad.
I brought you...
You got your hands on fresh bread? Whoa.
It's all Cinda had. I can take it back.
No. They don't normally send bread. What did you pay?
Cinda gave it to me.
Wow. I normally get hard biscuits.
She said I could take it.
Well, about time we got a break. That should see our stomachs full. Here.
Yes.
Thank you again. You've done us a real favor. Everyone here will appreciate it.
Where do you...
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes, but you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense, and we're supposed to be self-sufficient out here. But with more Alb attacks and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or...
Why?
You don't understand much of it.
So tell me.
We're changing the world with it. Wherever you plant a world heart, it extracts the Elex from the ground. It makes the soil come back to life. Lets Magellan's nature return to it. So whenever the more we plant, the more of Magellan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this...
So where do the world heart...
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on Elex rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah, not now, all right?
Jesus, the comet hardly left anything standing.
Right now, we have...
About my... I took care of your door.
Are there any problems?
None to speak of.
Tell me, why am I hearing only complaints from the cultivators? Did it have something to do with the food you took them? It'll be days before they're able to work at full... And sickness and diarrhea really aren't words you want to hear around food production.
Eardor asked for food. I took him food. Where's my...
Damn it, you made my men sick. Whatever you thought you were doing, you've left men in the forest with their guts in knots. Be glad I'm not force-feeding you whatever you gave.
How am I
Drogue put in a good word for you. But you impressed the wrong man. Others have paid for taking his word before now. You will need more than his. I hear you. You helped protect the seedlings. Yora says that you found him the converter parts he needed. That impressed him enough to earn you his pledge. My wife seems to hold... I have heard you uncovered a cleric and brought him to justice. That action... You didn't exactly help Theodore. And don't think the fact that I can't prove anything. People say that you found...
Yes, I did.
That's good. The men at the Mana Shrine informed me the stolen Elex was returned. All told, I am pleased with you. You've done a lot to help the people here. You have earned...
Holy shit! You could buy most of the desert with that.
Whatever you decide to do with those shards, I'd advise against buying a desert with them. You have proved a friend to the Berserkers. I think you should consider... Think about it. Maybe someday, when you're ready, we will teach...
What contact?
The Albs want no contact but that of war and conflict. Perhaps the Separatists will be more open to conversation. But the peace that has strained since our last war has never held easy. The Outlaws, well, they have no true leader and no true cause. It's self-evident that the paths of all the factions will cross, and that...
What?
Ah! That's a question we all ask. How could healing the planet not... But for the Albs, Elex comes before anything. The clerics, while the outlaws see only profit and pleasure today, with no interest in tomorrow. And so we come into conflict, and if we can plant more world hearts in Tavar or Abessa, then we could get... But the other factions don't see it that way. They fear the changes we bring.
Do you know that for sure?
Spoken, no. But we sent men to establish world, and they have been attacked almost constantly. You came to us from beyond our walls. If you know your way across these lands, could you go to the World Hearts and see what happened to our men?
I will look...
Thank you. It's time that we... You ensure you're properly equipped before you go.
Where are...
The World Heart in Tavar was sent to an oasis. You will have to walk carefully once you're there. You'll find the World Heart in Abessa. And your expression tells me that this is something serious.
One of my men is accused of causing trouble between the Hammer Clan and the Eisen Clan.
Yes, I'd heard.
Well, I've investigated, and it seems he was given just cause. He was set up.
Have you spoken to Angram?
Angram was behind it. He hoped by instructing Orin not to serve anyone from the Hammer
Go
Clan,
play with your tech somewhere else. It's forbidden here.
He wants to play politics at a time like this, when we have Albs pounding at our gate.
Of. Nah.
Ah, shit. Back the fuck off, alright? You don't need trouble. Just walk away and pretend you didn't find me, okay?
You're the one in trouble.
And you came here to talk, did you? You want me to talk? Well, how's this for talk? Go fuck yourself.
Why are you
What? I can't stand here? You gonna hassle someone for just standing here? What are you, a fucking owl? So what do you want?
What do you do?
I'm waiting on your mom. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to find some shit that's worth selling. You even know how much tech they have stashed in their pit? They actually throw all that shit away. But while I know that, it's not like I can hang about up there in Goliath to try and get it. Those tree shaggers get funny about outlaws. Sometimes they bar you from the town.
Are you?
Maybe, might be. There's a chance I know a little shit by that name.
He sent me to find you.
So who are you? The errand boy? What, he's got so rich trading with me, he's got so...
I'm here to kill you.
What the fuck? That little shit. Listen, you go to him and get that dickhead to start trading again. Tell him, tell Ornia I want the shit he promised me.
What shit?
The shit. The technology Ornia owes me. The prime pieces from the pit. Well, prime is stretching the description, but it's a good arrangement. The berserkers get rid of the tech they don't want. Ornia gets shards he does want, leaving the question, what do you want? Not barred as such, more like forbidden entry on... I just took some shit, that's all. It's not like they were even... Like I said, they throw all sorts of valuable shit. So I'm here to collect it and put it to use. Total, unmitigated, and relentless fucking joy. I mean, look at me. Who wouldn't want to be stuck out here waiting to get eaten by rats?
You're not happy?
You know, those poor dumb pricks up there, they come out here to get eaten by raptors. If there's one thing I've learned, if you're gonna end up in this shit, it's better to make that shit yourself, rather than roll around in someone...
I won't do...
So you come, have some fucking sense. Help me. Get paid. Don't get dead.
Threatening me is a mistake.
I'll show you who's made a... This is the end for you.
There's hardly anything usable in most of these ruins. They've been picked clean.
No. No.
Oh, fuck. I suppose I'll have to do this one.
No. No. Too easy.
I've scored some decent loot from these ruins, but you have to search for stuff.
Stop messing around with that technology, will you?
The outlaw by the gates. He's dead.
You killed him?
Yes. You don't need to worry about him anymore.
So, well, that's good. Thank you from the Berserk. Having that outlaw hanging around Goliath wasn't good for anyone. Here, take this as thanks.